So in this problem, we're given a relation which is -3, 5, -2, -1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. And what we're asked to do in this problem is to identify if the relation is a function and then record the domain and range of the relation. Okay, so let's start with the function first. So do we have one input going to two outputs? So one way to basically think about this is, do we have the same input repeating twice where it's going to two different outputs? Well, in this case we do not, so then this relation is a function. Now, regardless of whether or not it's a function or not, it still have a domain and range. So let's go ahead and find the domain. So I'm going to write D for domain. So the domain of this function is going to be -3, just the x coordinates, or the inputs. So -3, -2, 2, and 4. The range is going to be the outputs. And now I'm going to write these in the order in which they appear. Or, excuse me, not the order in which they appear, but the order from least to greatest. So the smallest output is going to be -1. The next one is 3. And notice how 5 occurs twice, here and here. But in my range, I'm only going to list it once. And so then that represents the range of that relation. Okay, so part B, we've got -4 goes to -1, -1 goes to 3, -1 goes to 5, and 3 goes to -2. So in this relation, I want to again ask the question, is this relation a function? Well, notice we have -1 going to 3, -1 going to 5. So we have one input going to two outputs, so this relation is not a function. Now, regardless of whether or not it's a function, it still has a domain. So the domain of this relation would be the x coordinates, so -4, -1, and 3. And the range is going to be -2, -1, 3, and 5.